So today, we're diving into one of the most controversial and honestly, one of the most important books of poetry ever published. Charles Baudelaire's masterpiece, The Flowers of Evil.
At its heart, this entire collection boils down to one single provocative question that kind of messes with everything you think you know about art. Can you actually find beauty in evil? Is it possible to pull something beautiful out of decay and sin and total despair?
Well, back in 1857, in the very proper, very buttoned-up world of Paris, one book had the guts to scream yes. And the result? Oh, just a massive scandal, a public trial for obscenity, and, the birth of modern poetry as we know it.
Okay, so to really get this book, you have to picture the scene. This wasn't just a collection of poems, it was a bombshell dropped right into the heart of the 19th century.
See, while all the other poets were off writing about, lovely forests and noble feelings, Baudelaire was looking somewhere completely different. He was staring right into the dark underbelly of the new modern city. He found his muse not in sunny fields, but in grimy, crowded streets, in sick rooms, in the lonely souls wandering through the metropolis. And he wasn't just looking at the ugliness, he was transforming it into this strange and frankly, terrifying new kind of beauty.
So to guide us through this dark world, Baudelaire creates this central figure, the poet. And this poet, well, he's a walking contradiction. He's both a total outcast and a kind of chosen one.
The whole collection kicks off with this poem, Benediction, which describes the poet's birth as, literally, a curse. His own mother is horrified by him, calling his birth an act of blasphemy. He is rejected from the moment he arrives, a total alien in his own home.
But here's the brilliant twist. The poet takes this curse and flips it. He turns it into his blessing. He figures out that his suffering, his sorrow, is exactly what gives him his power, his unique vision. It's the very thing that becomes his mystic crown, the thing that lets him see the world in a way no one else can.
Now, if the poet is our hero, then every hero needs a villain. And the villain of this story is this powerful, oppressive, soul-crushing feeling that Baudelaire simply calls spleen.
And let's be clear, spleen isn't just being sad. No, it's a uniquely modern kind of disease. It's that deep, profound boredom, that feeling of being trapped, of watching the world fall apart around you and feeling it fall apart inside you, too. It's a spiritual exhaustion that comes from living in a world that just feels empty.
Baudelaire talks about spleen like it's an internal parasite. In his words, it's a black enemy that lives inside us, one that consumeth our hearts and feeds on our lifeblood. Even time itself becomes this monster that just devours our lives.
But spleen isn't just in your head. It's in the air you breathe. It's the whole atmosphere of the city. In this poem, the entire world is sick with it. The moon is weary. A gloomy cold pours down. The city itself becomes a perfect mirror of the poet's own inner despair.
So the whole book becomes this desperate struggle. How does the poet possibly escape the crushing weight of spleen? Well, he goes on this quest to find these moments of transcendence, to find the flowers that can somehow bloom from the evil soil of his life.
And so the search is on. The poet tries everything he can think of, the high you get from art or wine, daydreaming about faraway, exotic lands, the electric shock of locking eyes with a stranger in a crowd, the overwhelming rush of love and sensation.
One of the most powerful escapes he finds is the imaginative voyage. Because he can't find peace in the real world, the poet just builds a paradise inside his own mind, a world made of pure sensation, memory, and desire.
And this line from Invitation to a Journey just captures that dream world perfectly. It's everything that modern Paris is not. It's ordered, it's calm, it's luxurious, it's beautiful. It's a total sanctuary for a tortured soul.
And this leads us to Baudelaire's most radical idea. For him, beauty and horror, they aren't opposites. Not at all. They are deeply, disturbingly connected. He sees gold, but he also sees a corpse. He sees light, and he sees murder. He's finding jewels in decay and perfume rising from tombs. It's all intertwined. And this is the absolute core of the whole book. The poet is basically saying, I don't care if beauty comes from heaven or from hell. I don't care if it's an angel or a monster. He'll embrace it no matter how terrifying, because it's the only thing that gives him a glimpse of the infinite, a quick escape from the prison of spleen.
So what's the big takeaway here? What's the lasting impact of this scandalous book? Why are we still obsessed with it today?
To put it simply,
Baudelaire gave us the words for what it feels like to be alive in the modern world. He was the first to really capture the shock, the loneliness, the fleeting moments of beauty, and the deep alienation of life in a big city. His impact was, and this is not an exaggeration, revolutionary. Before Baudelaire, artists looked to nature to find something sublime. After Baudelaire, artists started looking to the city. He blew the doors open for modern art by proving that poetry could be found in the artificial, the ugly, and the temporary.
And this quote, it just captures that modern feeling perfectly. That moment of intense connection with a total stranger on a crowded street. A flash of beauty that makes you feel alive again. And then, poof, it's gone forever, swallowed up by the night of the city. And the poem ends right there, on that haunting, unresolved thought. Two souls who could have loved each other, passing like ships in the night, both knowing what they missed but totally powerless to do anything about it. And that feeling, that mix of breathtaking beauty and crushing loss, of finding a perfect flower only to watch it instantly vanish, that is the unforgettable legacy of the Flowers of Evil.